Well, happy Friday, y'all. I know it's been maybe 2 weeks for the holidays, and I'm just starting my podcast, so it's only been like three. I've only had 3 episodes, maybe four. So I don't have a big following to have people waiting for me. But most podcasters do take off for the holidays and they just do reruns. So today's episode is about fitness influencers and how they just some of them are just so not worried about you as much as they are their product and results. And as a lot of you know, I had weight loss surgery about 8 years ago, and I got into lifting weights and working out and trying to be, trying to do fitness stuff. And with a lot of trial and error, I'm still not perfect, and I'm not. And again, this is all my opinion. This is not fact because not every fitness influencer is like that. They want to get you in the gym, and they get there and they be like, if you're not sweating, you're not working out enough, and that's not true. Because when I was a teenager, we had a friend that I played basketball with, and after an hour of playing basketball, he would be pouring in sweat. Welcome in, Tom. And I mean, I would be pouring in sweat. Excuse my there for a second, and he would barely have sweat. Like he would have a little sweat, under his arm on his shirt, but not like dripping like I was. My wife, she can work out hard in the gym and she barely sweats. Now, on occasion, she has broke a little sweat, but not dripping and drenching like I would. And they need to be more focused on figuring out your goals and asking if there's anything wrong with you health wise that you know of, because that can help them determine how to go forward, because not everybody is going to be able to do the same thing as somebody else, even with the same conditions. Me and somebody else can have the same condition, like say high blood pressure. One person's might be a little bit more severe than the other, and vice versa. So you have to help. You have to help figure out what the plan is, and also what they eat. Help them figure out what, because some food, welcome in, some food is fuel. Some food can give you no energy. It doesn't do nothing for you, like as far as your energy levels. And you got to find that out, because our health is important, regardless if you take walks, lift weights. 80% diet is our healthy. So you got to find the food that helps you and gives you that energy, because all these people talk about, some people talk about, oh, I eat fast food and I still got all this energy, but are you crashing at the end of the day and all of that? And good fitness influencers or personal trainers, they'll look at the whole person and not just the body as a whole, because they want to help you get healthy is the goal. Whatever your goal is, they should work it around how they need to get you there. I am not a personal trainer, never, nor will I ever become a personal trainer, because I don't want to give somebody the wrong advice, because I'm not certified or educated. I'm only self-taught in this, and I try things out from my own personal, and my wife tries things out for her own personal reasons, not because of wanting to teach everybody. Because, like I said, I don't want to fail somebody. I don't want somebody to come to me and pay me for a program to help them get healthy or strong or muscular, and it fails them, because I would feel bad in the long run. Any advice that me and my wife give is always free. You take it if you want to. It's not something that we force down people's throat. Because, excuse me, I deal with certain aspects of my fitness journey. I'm not always 100% in the gym. There's times, I'm like more 85% than 100%, but that's better than no percent at all of anything when it comes to health and fitness. Yeah, and like my wife just informed me, as y'all know, she's my producer. She shoots me information because I shoot from the hip, so I don't have to stop and Google it for y'all. And she's like, if people are looking for trainers, you should see what all they include: workouts, diet, mental health. Yes, I agree. I agree on that because it all fits in together. Because the abs ain't made in the gym; they're made in the kitchen. Hey, Kiki, abs ain't made in the kitchen. These influencers, to me, they just some of them, some of these fitness influencers want a paycheck. Good morning to you, darling. Some of these personal trainers and fitness influencers, they just want a paycheck. They're not worried about the overall scheme of things. Because in the long run, your health and wellness matters more than their paycheck. And that's the way I see it. I've ran across some personal trainers and fitness influencers that, oh, you need to go hard in the gym and you need to do this. And no, it's all about individuality. Because in the end, your health is important. It's not just about, what them influencers can do for you. Because a good personal trainer or fitness trainer is going to help you dial in to find out your exact needs. They're going to find out, like, they'll have to go, it's a trial and error. You can't just sign up for a program in 3 months and expect it to work, because we have stalls, we have plateaus in our workouts. There's times where, exactly, Kiki, one thing doesn't always work for everybody. Yeah, Kay didn't get super sick with keto, but when she after she was doing keto and she started working out, she realized that she needed some more carbs because of lifting weights. And I've seen people, like, not even fitness influencers, say, I eat 900 calories a day and I run 2 miles a day. Why am I not losing weight? It's because you're not getting enough of that nutrition in your body. At least a minimum of 1,200 calories. Even a doctor tell you that. Even if you sit around idle, 1,200 calories is minimum to live and to survive. And keto, I know somebody that does keto all the time, and they work out, and it doesn't hurt them. It doesn't affect them. Yeah, that's another thing that it can do. Yeah, it's not good. I have experienced now. Side note, I 2 times, maybe 3 times the past month, I felt like my sugar dropped, and that is more low. That is more of my leukemia and my type 2 diabetes together. Motivated? No, he needs to get disciplined. Yes, it takes 21 days to build a habit or to break a habit. And also, no diet should exclude any types of foods, but you should consult a dietitian. True. Yeah, he doesn't stick to things. Hey, Carlise, how are you doing? But yeah, it's not motivation, Kiki. It's discipline. It's discipline more than motivation, because you can have all the motivation in the world, but if you're not disciplined enough to stick to it. I'm good. Just doing my podcast this morning about influencers, personal trainer and fitness influencers, how some of them are just outrageously. But yeah, Kiki, it's you can have all the motivation in the world, but if you don't have the discipline, it's not going to work. Yeah, I get asked all the time, why do I get up at 3:15 in the morning? Why do we go to the gym at 4 in the morning? And it's not just, it's mainly anxiety, but we've disciplined ourselves to do it. It takes 21 days to make or break a habit. And I just recently experienced, like I said, my sugar dropped because of maybe my leukemia. Is I found out how the cancer cells and the glucose cells are trying to pull from each other. I'm gonna talk more about that with my doctor when I go see him. Yes, those 21 days can be tough, but in the end, it's worth it. I've seen people do the 75 hard, and it works for them, where they do 2 workouts a day, one in the gym and one just walking, reading 10 pages of a book, disciplining themselves. Because I have all the motivation in the world, but if I don't stick to that discipline, now, there is times that I don't make it to the gym, but it doesn't last. Like, I might miss 2 days in the gym, but if I miss more than that, I feel weird. That's that discipline that's in my brain. Yeah, a lot of people do that when they're trying to when they do the long distance in running. They'll do 2 a days because it helps build up that resistance to that in that cardio. Now, I do cardio, but I am not, like, my goal is, Kay has not influenced me, but she's motivated me to try to do, she did a 5K in an hour?
Yes.
Yes, she did a 5K in a little under an hour. And now that's my goal, because I know I did it before. I've done a 5K in an hour before, but that was before the pandemic. And that was before anything. So now my goal is to do a 5K on a treadmill in an hour before the end of this year. Maybe before the next 2 months. And I know I can do it. I just have to keep adding time on the treadmill. And that's another thing that gets on my nerves when people, somebody's, not just fitness influencers, but people in general, when they sit there and they say, oh, when you're on a treadmill and you hold on to the sides, you're not really getting the full workout. That's not true. What if you have an 80-year-old person that wants to go walk for an hour on a treadmill at 2 miles an hour, but yet they have to hold on because they have balance problems, or it just helps them stay on it? Not everybody's going to get on a treadmill and walk or run without holding on to something. As we've talked about, everybody's different. Everything's different. You can take 20 people and put them all on a treadmill at the same speed, different ages, different health ranges, different sizes, and you're going to have different ones wanting to hold on. Yes, and you are slowly building yourself back up. And it's always a slow, like, they got the Couch to 4K, or is it Couch to 5K app from Nike, or they have, they have these apps that can help you go from walking to jogging to running. And it's all about, like, taking your time and building up that tolerance, because when I was 510 pounds, it was a struggle for me to walk. I still did it. And stuff like that. It's hard to go from healthy to having a disability. I agree. Because I went from before Katrina, you saw the pictures. I was in decent shape and I wasn't unhealthy, but I still do some modification. Yes. And if people ask me what should I do if I've never walked longer than 2 or 3 miles in my life, you start out slow. You start out and say you walk 10 minutes a day for 7 days, and then the next week add a minute or two for 7 days, and then a minute or two. It takes time. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, and you're going to have your bumps in the roads. And these fitness influencers, some of them, or these personal trainers, don't care about that. They only care about the bottom line of, if you're not throwing up at the end of your workout, you're not working out hard enough. Or if you're not sweating, you're not working out hard enough. Or if you're not, it really irritates me and irks my nerves that they're not paying attention to the individual And I have a few people that I'm friends with, me and Kay, that we've met along our journey that are not like that. They're not like, if you're not sweating, but then the other one's like, oh, you should eat this, you should eat that. Everybody can't eat what everybody else does and get the same effects. I don't eat vegetables raw. I put them in my smoothie, and that works for me. Kay doesn't eat a lot of beef or a lot of pork. She eats more chicken, and that works for her. She loves the Mediterranean diet. That works for her. I eat mostly beef, pork, chicken, stuff like that, but I don't eat a lot of it enough to cause me any health problems. And these influencers, they want to tell you, oh, you need to eat clean, you need to eat organic, or you should eat this, you should eat that, instead of telling them eliminate certain foods and find out which one is causing your energy level to deplete, or find out which one increases your energy level. Because there is a method that some people have tried. They will cut out a lot of foods, and then after a while they'll slowly introduce them back into their diet to help them figure out which ones are best for their fuel, and which one's going to fuel their body into working out, into fitness. Because when I hear some of these people, they say, oh, I eat fast food a lot and I'm fine. But can you go, you could be 5'10", 160 pounds and look in good shape, but can you go run a mile without, even a non-smoker, can you go run a mile without gasping because of all the fast food you eat? You may not be putting on weight from that fast food, but it could slow down other parts of your life. I hear people say all the time, well, I eat this all the time and I don't gain weight, and I work and I walk 10,000 steps a day. But in the overall scheme of things, is it eventually going to slow you down? It may not make you fat, but it might give you other health problems, because some people have the high metabolism and they can eat that food and they don't gain weight. You too, Kiki. I appreciate you stopping by. You have a great day as well. And again, like I was saying, people can have a high metabolism, but in the long run, is it going to hurt them 10 years down the road? Is it going to cause other health problems? Now, I'm not saying don't eat fast food. If you eat once a day, if you eat something once a day, fast food, that's fine. But you have to find stuff that's going to fuel your energy and not have you crash. I've seen people talk about they drink energy drinks. Some people, I heard the horror stories of people having heart attacks from energy drinks. And it's not always going to happen to everybody. And you have to find what is comfortable in your energy overall when it comes to your food. I love peanut butter, but I know it's got a lot of fat in it, so I don't eat it as much as I used to. I like fruits, and people talks about the fruits have a lot of sugar. I don't eat enough in my smoothies to give me a high level of sugar for the whole thing, but it's not processed sugar. That's a different. What's up, MB? The way I see it is, I like coffee, but coffee neither puts me to sleep or wakes me up because of ADHD. So I just drink a cup of coffee or two because I enjoy it, not because of any effects or anything like that. So these influencers and these personal trainers, in my opinion, should dial in to, to the personal needs and things like that. Because, when you find what works for you, you can even find it on your own. If you're willing to work at it and discipline yourself and willing to put in the work. Because I hear, when I talk to people and I go to the gym, oh, I can't make it to the gym. I don't have time to go to the gym. You're going to pay for it later. I never thought that I would be the one talking about this. I was never, before Katrina, I was never big into fitness. I never was big into fitness. I was never big into lifting weights or none of that. But now it's very simple. You could just walk an hour a day and eat a balanced diet, and you can lose weight or you can stay healthy. I only lift weights because I enjoy it and I like it because it's my peace, it's my therapy, it's my happy place. If I if I really wanted to, I'd go to the gym later on today. But is it necessary? Probably not. I can do 2 a days, but I don't need to do that because I have to, balance my time. But I know people that spend 2 or 3 hours in the gym every day of the week. Hey, if you got the time and discipline to do that, I applaud you. But I can't spend 3 hours in the gym because of my anxiety. Because when we go, we have to get done before it gets busy. But if you spend 3 hours in the gym, I applaud you. If that's your peace and that is your happy place and you do it 3 hours a day, 7 days a week, hey, I applaud you for that. You have more dedication than I have because the anxiety just doesn't allow me to. I've seen, I ran into somebody the other day that we used to see at our other gym before we switched to a closer one, to a closer Planet Fitness, and he said he hadn't been in over a year and a half. I didn't ask him why. It wasn't none of my business. But he didn't look like he put on weight. Like, he still looked the same. To me, I didn't ask my wife that if she thought he still looked the same. He didn't look like he put on much weight, so maybe he doesn't need to go to the gym. But he just informed us that he hadn't been there in a year and a half. I didn't ask why. It's none of my business. It's not my business of why he didn't go. It's just he didn't go. If I ever fell off for a year and a half, it would have to be some serious, serious reasons. Because, like I said, I can't miss more than 3 days at most from doing some type of exercise in the gym. And then I get the question of people asking me why I don't have a home gym. Well, I wouldn't feel motivated to go if I had a home gym. Well, there's two scenarios that could happen. If I had a big enough house and I had an inside gym like, I don't know, say like The Rock or other celebrities that work out, like, that have a home gym and can have enough, even the people that that are not celebrities, that are fortunate enough to afford a gym in their house like that, there's two scenarios that could happen if I had one. Either one, I wouldn't work out, or two, I would work out too much. So that scenario to me would just be like crazy because I wouldn't want to hurt myself, but also, I don't know, it's a conundrum in my head that I live with. So yeah, it would be hard for me to do at a home gym because I don't think I'd be motivated. But then the other part of me would be like, oh well, you can go spend 3 hours there every day, and because you're at home. But then I would have to split it up, do like one in the morning, one in the evening, and then I'd really put too much effort in it. Then I would be missing out on other things that I like to enjoy. So again, these influences, you should. It's 80% diet. I do know that. Everything is 80% diet when it comes to health and fitness. What we put in our body can help us fuel our day, and I do know this. I don't drink the sodas with sugar in anymore, but I have at least one zero sugar soda a day. At least one. Sometimes none. It just depends on how I'm feeling. I choose not to eat a lot of carbs in the evening. Some people can eat carbs and be totally fine. Me and my wife can't eat a meal before going to the gym, so we eat Rice Krispie, a nice size Rice Krispie treat to help us give us a little bit of fuel. They got some people that bring a banana and peanut butter, and halfway through their workout, they'll eat half of the banana and take a spoon of peanut butter to help push them through their workout. Again, you got to find what works for you, because I follow a bunch of different fitness people And most of them, they talk about you got to have a rest day, which is another good thing. But the ones that try to drill in your head, no days off. One person I follow, he says no days off, but what he means by that, he doesn't always lift weights. He'll do cardio, or he'll do some type of cardio at least 2 days a week or 3 days a week, and he'll lift weights other days. So when he says no days off, he's not always lifting weights. So, but I see some of these other people, they lifting weights 7 days a week, and it's like, oh, Mister No Days Off. Well, a lot of scenarios can happen with that. You can hurt yourself. You can tear something. Unless you're prepping for a bodybuilding competition, then it's all about your overall outcome of what you want to accomplish with your fitness goals. If you just want to stay healthy and just stay healthy and not like build muscle, then all you gotta do is do cardio, and you can still build muscle in cardio, because when you swim is a cardio, and swimming is like just as underrated as walking, because swimming can build muscle too. When you swim, you can build muscle, and you can run and build muscle, just not like the bulky muscle, but you're still gonna tone. You're still gonna you're gonna have muscle regardless. And then they always say, well, you should go in the gym and lift heavy, and then this. No, you do what you like. You can do light weights, more reps, medium weights, medium reps. It's all about how you want to approach your fitness journey, and don't just read and take one piece of advice. Do your research, because in the end, it's your health that matters. It's your individual health that matters, and what works for you, because your body is you got if you don't treat it at least somewhat healthy, or somewhat, it's going to not like you. Now again, I've seen people, hey Angel, I have seen people that don't smoke, that don't drink, live a healthy lifestyle and have no problems, and then also healthy people wind up having problems no matter what, because even if they live a healthy lifestyle. So it's all individual, and it comes down to genes as well, because I know people that don't smoke, don't drink, they would run 5 miles a day since they were 15 years old, and then they wind up having health problems, and they're like, well, I've lived a healthy life. What happened? It's probably your genetics, that plays a part in it too. So in the end, it's almost time for me to cut my podcast in about another 2 minutes. So I'm gonna wrap it up by saying that most fitness influencers do care, but there are some out there who don't care about how you need to get it. They just want their overall product, because they want to, I guess they want their 15 minutes of fame. They want to be up there with other fitness influencers, and they want to have their name recognized as being a personal trainer and to be the best. But in my opinion, to be the best, you have to individualize each person's needs and help them figure it out. And even if you don't want a personal trainer, or you don't want a fitness or anything like that, you can do it yourself. It just takes time. It takes dedication. And that excuse is like, oh, well, I can't make it to the gym. Well, you can do home exercises. There's bands you can buy. You can buy small dumbbells. You can do body squats. You can do jumping jacks. You can do planks. There's so much out there that you can do that doesn't involve equipment, if you're willing to do the little research that there is. Because in the end, your health matters. Your individual lifestyle is how you treat your body. Your body's going to respond most of the time. because I reverberate to what I said. Even people that are healthy and never smoked or drank and ate healthy all their life can still have medical problems. There's no guarantee that somebody at 15 starts running 2 miles a day and then eventually starts running 5 to 10 miles a day for the rest of their life and don't drink, don't smoke. That there's no guarantee that they're not going to have health problems. That's just our genetics. I mean, there's no doctor in the world that's going to tell me that they can honestly say that somebody that doesn't smoke or drink and runs 5 miles a day for 20 years is not going to develop. They have a less likely chance, but there's still a chance of them developing something medically down the road. It's all, like I said, it's all about genes, and it's all about also environment too, because if you live close to other things, then environment also plays a lot. So nobody can convince me that you're going to tell me that for 20 years you've eaten healthy and did all of this and you're not going to get no medical issues. That's just not the case, because honestly, in my opinion, it's going to happen something. I mean, nobody lives a healthy lifestyle all their life, you know. So that's going to be a wrap for today's episode. I hope that whoever listens to this enjoys it. And that has been Mind Over Mystery Podcast for today, Friday, January 3rd of the third day of 2025. I hope everybody's had a awesome new year so far. And I will be back with another episode on Wednesday. And I will talk to y'all later.